If you are ever in a conversation and you have felt very socially awkward, this video is for you. So today we're going to break down 3 simple fixes to your conversations and other things as well that will make you feel less socially awkward. So stick around to the end so you guys can figure out all 3 of these simple fixes, because I actually use these all the time, because personally I used to think I was a very awkward person. I remember growing up in high school and even in middle school, I just was that type of kid in class who, he was very quiet and, he didn't say much. And when he did say something, all right, it was cool, but it wasn't like he was the popular kid. That I was never really the popular kid, right? So one simple fix immediately is holding better eye contact, okay? So when you're talking in your conversation, when you're with your friends or family members or whoever you're talking to, I'm going to pretend like I'm talking to you in the camera. If I'm talking and I'm just drifting, I'm like, I actually thought of this one thing, and I remember back in elementary, and then like you see how like my eyes are shifting a lot, and then I even look down. That you already know based off of that it's awkward, and they're not. It doesn't really show signs of trust and comfortable. It's not really being comfortable there. So we gotta make sure, hold better eye contact. And a little bonus one I didn't actually write down for this is smiling. Smiling is really big. If you're talking like monotone like this, and the cat got the toy today and it was pretty bad. Like, there's no emotion there. Even if you're holding good eye contact, then it kind of becomes creepy. Do you guys see this? Look, the cat got my toy today and it ripped it to shreds, and I am very mad. Like, that is so monotone. That is awkward. And look, my eye contact was there, yeah. But if you don't have a smile, then it's going to be weird. I'm going to say the same thing. Are you guys ready? The cat, he actually got my toy, and he ripped it to shreds, and I had to clean up everything, and man, it was such a mess. You see how I'm holding good eye contact, I'm smiling, I'm laughing, like, that helps boost your conversation skills so much, and it's not as awkward anymore. You're not going to feel as awkward, right? And I remember, like, I used to be pretty monotone, guys. Like, I would just be, like, talking, and really, my mindset was like, all right, I'm talking, and I don't really want to talk to you anymore. Low-key, that's kind of how I felt in high school and middle school, unless like they were good friends of mine. But I didn't have like a lot of like close friends like that. You guys know what I'm saying? I kind of had like a group I was associated with, but I was never really like I was never really all there with my friend group. But anyways, so the two mini ones, I guess it's 4 this video, but smiling and eye contact, very good. Okay, very good right here. Also, we want to have better, not seeking approval as much, right? A lot of us, like, including myself, like to seek approval from other people. I used to be really big about this, where I would, be asking, like, oh, is that okay? Or did I say the right thing? Or, oh, I didn't mean that, The biggest one is, oh, never mind, I didn't mean that. Because you're, like, worried what the other person thinks. Or you're trying to seek their approval. Or, like, oh, yeah, you're right. Like, remember that time, right? Yeah. Like, you're trying to get a response out of them. Or trying to get validation from them. That's the big one, validation, right? So, why? Why? You guys, I'm learning this now, recently especially. Like, say whatever you want. Say whatever you want. It doesn't matter. You are your own person. If you believe in something, if you do something, don't change that to fit into like a friend group or fit into the culture. Like, you're your own person. Everybody is different on this planet. We have 6 billion people. I don't know the exact number here, but we have so many people. Like, there's gonna be so many people you're gonna meet in your life, and they're not even gonna like remember it or won't even care enough, because you gotta think, right? You gotta think. Everybody is on their own journey. They're on their own path, right? Why would they care if you're trying to appease them, if you're trying to be seeking their validation, right? Why? Why do you care, especially? Right? You should do what you want to do and what you are set out to do in your path. If somebody says, man, personal training, why would you do personal training? Like, first of all, why do you care what I do? Second of all, I want to do personal training, and I would love to help people online, which actually is a great segue. If you guys are looking for one-on-one coaching, I am offering one-on-one coaching for free for confidence, for lifting, like bodybuilding, and also nutrition, right? We're about to release the weightlifting course, and that will be our first beta test, all right? So make sure you guys check it out. There's going to be a link in the description and the pinned comment. So fill out the Google form and then set up an onboarding call. But you see what I mean? Like, why would somebody care to be like, you know what, like, I don't care. Why are you doing personal training? That's lame. Like, would I just be like, you know what, you're right, man. Like, why am I doing personal training? You know what? I don't want to do personal training. Like, why would you do that? First of all, I'm very passionate about helping people online, as you guys can see with the pretty consistent uploads here. But, like, why would I change what I believe for, like, one other person's point of view, right? I get hate comments sometimes where people are like, oh, you're not even that big, bro, or what are you even saying? You know, like, I get these comments and they don't affect me. Like, if you let these hateful comments or what other people think affect you just to appease them, you're never going to be perfect, because everybody has their own way of getting pleased or appeased, right? Like, somebody might like something and somebody might like something completely different. You can't, like, appease everybody. That's why you got to appease yourself first. And if people want to stick around to what you're doing, that's awesome, right? You guys are like 6 minutes and 30 seconds into the video, so you clearly are sticking around for my message. And I'm not being like, oh, is this okay, guys, is this okay? Like, see, you sound a lot weaker and it's very awkward too, right? So we got smiling / eye contact, which is really good. And we also got people pleasing or appeasing people, right? Please don't appease people like that. Appease yourself. The third one, I don't know if you noticed, but here, I'm gonna give you guys a hint before I say it. Okay? So the third one, it's actually a really important one. It's very important. Like, if you talk like this, if you talk super fast and you're like trying to explain something and then it's like all over the place and then you don't understand what you're even saying and then you try to ask them what you're saying, like, see how fast that was? But if you really take that extra second to get your point across and to really elaborate on what you're trying to say, it comes off as very important and very meaningful, right? So what I'm doing, you saw 2 examples right there. One was very fast speech, and right now I'm doing slower speech. And throughout this video, not all the time, you guys can go check it out too, I was talking a little faster and then slower, and I was trying to make my points slower. And whenever you talk in like a slower speed, it's a lot easier to make these points, right? If you're just talking all over the place and blah, 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 then you're not gonna be listened to, and people are gonna think like, who is this guy? Like, what is he even saying? And why is he so fast? You know, like, if you talk good eye contact, smiling, and you're not trying to appease what they're saying, and you talk slow, like, you know, it's really funny because my cat, like, he got into all the treats, and then I came home and it was literally like a war zone out there. It was crazy. You see what I mean? Slower, smiling, laughing a little bit, you know? Of course, when you tell jokes and stuff, you might be a little faster with it, but when you're making good points, very important to slow down your speech. And again, not too slow, but a lot of people don't mess too slow up. I'm going to give you like 2 examples here. Okay, here's like a normal slow version. Okay, I'm gonna say the same sentence. Okay, join my free beta school community, right? And then here's the ultra slow. Join my free beta school community. See, that was me really trying to be slow, but honestly, both of them were great, and they sounded like like you should join the community. Anyways, guys, I appreciate you guys watching. I hope you guys got a lot of information out of this. Again, eye contact and smiling, very good. And then we got people pleasing. Guys, don't people please. Be your own person. Do what's best for you, yourself only. And then, guys, talk slower. Get your points across. Try not to speed up your speech. Alright? I appreciate everybody watching. Again, join my beta community. If you guys want one-on-one coaching, just book an onboarding call. All you guys have to do, just fill out the Google form, and I will help you, baby. I appreciate everybody watching. Thank you guys for being here till the end. If you guys are really watching to the end, type level up in the not the description, the comments. Type level up in the comments if you have made it this far. All right, guys. Peace out. Peace out. Peace out.